It's Thursday the 9th of March. Yesterday I had a fabulous experience. I decided it was time to try and sell some of our surplus eggs. So I went onto Facebook and popped onto one of our local pages, a community page, and just asked if anybody would be interested in buying eggs from organically raised birds, thinking maybe one or two or maybe even three people would say yes, they might be interested, and that would help us resolve some of the surplus eggs we have lying around, because I hate to see them going to waste. I then got a little bit overwhelmed because 120 people said yes please, they were interested. That doesn't mean 120 people want to buy the eggs, but they're interested in finding out how much they are and how many are available and things like that. But that was just it was a phenomenal response. It wasn't what I'd anticipated at all. We live in an area where there are about 40 small holdings, several farms, many of whom have chickens who sell eggs, and I thought selling our surplus eggs was going to be a really difficult thing to do. No, I was wrong. So delightfully, I've now taken orders for all our surplus eggs on a regular basis, with either people coming to collect them or me dropping them round to them, and they're people who live on the next street, so I can even walk around with them, and that solves that. It was just amazing. It was such a lovely thing to happen. It was such a nice response, and so many people were saying how lovely to have somebody locally raising birds in an organic way, feeding them organically, and that was a really nice response. And in fact, I had so many responses, I ended up setting up a Facebook page so that I can let people know when the next lot of eggs are available from our other birds as they come into lay. Now, we don't actually want to be an egg farm. We actually want to concentrate more on raising birds for ourselves, and also to sell birds and hatching eggs. But if we can sell the surplus eggs from the mixed flock, then that's absolutely superb, because it means that we're feeding ourselves, and then that little bit of money coming in will help pay towards their food. It certainly won't cover the cost of their feed, because organic food is really not terribly cheap. However, that's not really what today's blog post is going to be about. I just wanted to share that with you because I was very excited by it. And my plan for today is to tidy up an area of the small holding that I've neglected a little bit. There's quite a lot of weeds growing on the floor and it's just a bit scruffy, so I'm going to put some weed suppressing membrane down, and then I'm going to move loads of potted plants onto that membrane to hold it in place, and because I'm not ready to plant them yet, because even though this is a working small holding, there's no reason for it to look untidy and scruffy at the same time. I'm quite happy for my work areas to look a bit lived in, but it'd be quite nice for the rest of it to look fairly presentable. So that's my aim for today. Well, that was a relatively straightforward task, and although it hasn't completely tidied up the area, there's still some weeds here which we can just lift out. It will kill off the weeds that are there under the membrane and keep all these plants in pots in one place so I can remember to water them easily, and that looks quite nice. There's actually a few more pots of plants to bring over, but I'm really pleased with how that looks. Both the cats are out helping today. This is Tabitha. She doesn't really like walking on the gravel very much. Ooh, ow, ooh, ow. And she always walks like every step is painful. Unless she's chasing something, in which case she can go jolly fast. There are some other areas in the front garden. This is the shrubbery at the front that definitely need weeding. Now look, I put down weed suppressing membrane last year, and this has all grown up through it, so it's going to be a bit of a task to pull it out, but that's the next thing I can do. I've got a small children's chair that I'm sitting on so that I'm not hurting my back, and next is to tackle that. And here's the same corner about an hour later. So I've pulled out as much of that couch grass as I can, and I've put down another layer of weed suppressing membrane and put a thick layer of mulch, well, of wood chippings over the top of it. And I think Mr. J and I are just going to have to keep a really close eye on this border, or particularly this corner, and just keep on pulling out any grass that grows as soon as we see it. But that looks a bit tidier. I'm pleased with that. So now I'm just going to bring some more of the bark chippings for this corner. If you're enjoying my vlogs, please leave a comment, like the video, and of course don't forget to subscribe.